If you're looking for a golf ball that can fix your game or want something to use to finally beat your buddy, then you might want to consider an illegal golf ball. There are a bunch to pick from, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the longest illegal golf ball you can get, which is the Polara Ultimate Straight. So we're going to be reviewing this and talking about if it actually does work or not. So what exactly we're going to be talking about in this video are what these golf balls actually do. So apparently they're supposed to be 75% self-correcting. They are not legal, so you can't use them in tournament play. But if you're just using them, as for weekend golf sort of thing, then you might want to consider them. Did they actually work as they were supposed to? Things to know about them. And then we tried to find the cheapest place to pick them up, and we will be mentioning that as well. Before we get started, I will just mention our gear giveaway. So if you want to enter in, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment giveaway down below. Do those three things and be automatically entered. So the most common question with these balls is, did they actually fix a slice? But since these balls are supposed to be 75% self-correcting, their main goal is to fix your hook or slice. So my natural shot shape with my driver is a bit of a fade, and then my miss is a slice. But after testing them out, they definitely are much straighter than a standard ball. Hitting more fairways is one of the best ways an average golfer can improve their scores. It's not legal to use this ball in tournament play, so just be aware, but most people aren't playing in them anyway, so it's kind of a neat thing to have just because it almost makes you feel like you can actually golf. Some people are not really like that, but obviously lessons are going to be ideal, but this could be a close second. I don't know the science behind why these balls fly straight, but as long as they work, I don't really care, and most people really don't. They do have a bit of an odd dimple design, so I'm guessing that has a lot to do with it. But long story short, using this ball definitely helped me hit more fairways, and even when I tried to put a major slice on the ball, it still flew pretty straight. But overall, I was really impressed, to say the least. So the next question people normally ask is, was this ball longer than normal? This is the one major downside I found with the ball, but it's really not that big of a deal in my opinion. But I found that on average, I hit this ball around 10 to 15 yards shorter than my normal ball. But as long as I'm in the fairway, I don't really care though, and you probably shouldn't either. There are probably a number of reasons this ball doesn't go as far, like shell, dimples, etc., all that kind of stuff. But the main reason is that it doesn't launch as high. It's pretty low flying compared to others, and you're going to need to really make solid contact and use a higher loft driver to get the most out of it. They recommend at least a 10.5 degree driver, but something a bit higher would probably work best. If you don't get them up enough, they tend to die a bit in the air and fall short. So you're really going to want to make sure you hit them pretty solid to get the most out of them. There's always pros and cons to anything like this, so you're going to have to decide whether or not the trade-off is worth it. If you're just playing with your buddies and are sick and tired of slicing into trees, then this could definitely be worth giving a try. So I just wanted to cover how to actually use them on the course, because you do have to be aware on how they actually work. So the most important thing to remember with these balls is that you have to align the marker on the ball with the target. So there will be a green arrow on it, and you have to align that to the target. It's still going to fly okay if you don't, but you're going to get some weird ball action. You're going to have to do it from the fairway and on the green as well. But it's really not that big of a deal when you're on the tee, because most people are going to align their ball already. But when you do hit the ball on the fairway, you're going to need to align the ball to the green again. If you're just like playing for fun, then it's not really a problem. But if you're playing for dough, then you're going to have to be somewhat sneaky and discreet about it. But once you get to the green, you should probably still use the alignment line on the ball. It's going to roll completely fine if you don't, but if you use the ball and the marker to align, you're just going to help you stay on the right line when you're putting. It actually rolls pretty decently on the green as well overall. It's kind of like a tedious thing to always have to be doing and moving your ball, all that kind of stuff, but if you want to finally beat your buddy who always seems to have your number, then this is something you might want to consider trying, but just make sure you always align the ball properly and be discreet with your play. But the big question is, should you actually try it out? But if you're someone who's just out for fun and doesn't really care about improving your game, legally, and you aren't playing for money, then why not give something like this a try? You're probably going to have a lot more fun on the course. If you are playing for money, then I think it's up to you whether or not you want to play that way. I'm not going to judge you, so feel free to do whatever you want. But I will say, if you do properly align the ball as you're supposed to, it definitely does go a lot straighter, and it could be used to improve your game. But if you would like to see more images or more reviews of the golf ball or pick it up for the lowest price available, click the link in the description down below. At the time of making this video, that was the cheapest place I could find it, so you can go and check out the current price if you want. And if you do have any questions, just simply leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you haven't already watched and commented on our latest video, click the video card to the left and get yourself another entry into our golf giveaway.